from pharma, oil and resources, and then minerals, and now working with BFS. BFS is banking and financial services. So most of you are from computer science and IT background, or we have some other branches as well.
So most of the presenters today are from CSE branch, and the thing is that this video is being recorded and being broadcasted live, so other students will also be able to get it.
No problem. Okay, so let's start. वो आप लोग थर्ड ईयर में हैं, फाइनल ईयर में होंगे most of all of us now. The major problem I see with the students of third year that लोग बहुत delusionized हो जाते हैं कि उसने ये किया है और इसलिए मुझे ये करना है. Like for example, someone has said for a coding, so I also need to become a coder, but that's not the right approach, guys. There are multiple. So let me describe. There are two types of fields available in IT industry or computer industry now. First is computer science. Development and support. Development and support goes in that. The second part is infrastructure. Okay, the first part, development, occupies near around 35 to 40%, and infrastructure creates a total amount of like 60 to 65% of any organization. Any company. Okay. By infrastructure, we have different bifurcation in infrastructure as well, like authentication, network security, database, okay, and multiple other things. For coding, there are also separate. Like I have been into infrastructure for around 12 and a half years now, and also there are median based, like बीच का रास्ता जिसको बोलते हैं, जिसमें हम लोग दोनों स्विचेस में काम करते हैं, जिसमें हम डेवलपमेंट में भी काम करते हैं और हम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में भी काम करते हैं. ये these are a new kind of role known as DevOps role. Okay, so industries are now looking for candidates those are more well versed in both of the technologies, and they are looking for candidates like who has knowledge in DevOps role. Okay. So अब सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम आती है, पहले हम बात करते हैं कि जब I was an interview panel for TCS for around 4.5 years. So हम लोग क्या सर्च करते हैं जब when we are hiring for a student? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम क्या नहीं देखना चाहते रिज्यूम में, वो बताता हूँ मैं आपको. फर्स्ट चीज, आप लोग प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाते हैं, सब लोग थर्ड ईयर फाइनल ईयर में प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट करते हैं. तो कुछ रेड फ्लैग्स हमने बना रखे थे कि अगर रेड फ्लैग्स हैं, वी विल नॉट टेक मच टाइम टू रिजेक्ट दीस कैंडिडेट्स. फर्स्ट इज LMS, लाइब्रेरी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, एंड HMS. दीज आर द प्रोजेक्ट्स विच जिनको हमने रेड फ्लैग बना रखा है कि अगर हमने किसी को रिज्यूम में देखा तो हम उसी टाइम विद इन 5 minutes वी रिजेक्ट दैट स्टूडेंट, बिकॉज वी नो कि ही हैज नॉट इवन टेकन एन एफर्ट टू पुट सम टू develop the resume or even in the college. So these LMS, HMS, and few other generics are red flags for any interviewer. So अब हम इसको resolve कैसे कर सकते हैं? We have to, you all guys have to work on projects. You have to examine कि हम क्या नया कर सकते हैं या क्या कुछ existing है जिसको हम नई तरीके से प्रोजेक्ट में डेवलप करके और उसको हम प्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं. जब आप एक लेवल की बात, चाहे आपने फर्स्ट लेवल एग्जाम जो रिटन एग्जाम होता है किसी भी कंपनी का क्लियर कर लिया, दैट इज क्वांट एंड बेसिक क्वांटिटेटिव एंड इंग्लिश टेस्ट, तो आपने जब फर्स्ट को क्लियर कर लिया, सेकंड कम्स विद इंटरव्यू. एंड इंटरव्यू के सामने केवल आपके पास एक चांस होता है फर्स्ट टू मेक अ फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन, आपका रिज्यूमे में आपको वो चीजें लिखनी है जो आप उसको एक्सप्लेन कर सकें, आप झूठ ना बोलें और इम्प्रेसिव हो. इम्प्रेसिव के चक्कर में गलत प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं डालने हैं किसी को भी, राइट? आपको सबसे पहले अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम करना स्टार्ट करना है. अब प्रोजेक्ट्स में स्टार्ट करने से पहले हमें दो चीजें डिफाइन करनी पड़ेंगी कि हमारा अपना इंटरेस्ट क्या है. सो अपना इंटरेस्ट डेवलप करने के लिए या हमें ये जानना है कि हम क्या इंटरेस्टेड हैं, आपको एक्सपोजर कहाँ से मिलेगा. सो देयर आर 3 डिफरेंट वेबसाइट्स, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, अमेजन, गूगल. ये तीनों के पास ई लर्निंग पोर्टल्स हैं फॉर स्टूडेंट्स. इट इज फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. आप जाइए, जब आप सेकंड ईयर एग्जाम के थर्ड ईयर में आ जाते हैं फर्स्ट ईयर में, तो क्लियर करिए डेली का 30 मिनट्स इन 30 to 1 hour की इन वेबसाइट्स को स्कैन करेंगे. आप ई लर्न माइक्रोसॉफ्ट है, आप रजिस्टर कीजिए उस पे, और उसके बाद गूगल पे रजिस्टर, गूगल लर्निंग पे रजिस्टर कीजिए, Amazon पे रजिस्टर कीजिए. Scan their e-learning courses from whatever technology you think that you might learn. अगर आपको लगता है कि आप confused है, go for two or three different trainings in that. It's absolutely free. So थोड़ा सा time invest कीजिए so that you can decide कि आपको किस स्ट्रीम में अब नेक्स्ट मूव करना है. एक बार आप वो डिसाइड कर लेते हैं तो all the vendors like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, HP, VMware, network, Juniper, Cisco, everyone provides a free training to students. And अब आपको एक बार आपने स्ट्रीम डिसाइड कर ली तो उसके बाद आपको उन वेबसाइट्स पे रजिस्टर करके अपने स्पेसिफिक कोर्सेज को एनरोल करके उनका सर्टिफिकेशन लेना है. The day you get a certification from any of the biggest vendors, आप already one step ahead आ जाते हैं उनके जो कि वो नहीं करते, जिनके पास वो सर्टिफिकेशन नहीं है. अच्छा, एक और फायदा है, अगर आपने थोड़ा टाइम अभी इन्वेस्ट किया तो there are two types of hiring nowadays. The one is the digital skill set or modernized skill sets, and one is legacy skill set. Legacies में जैसे Windows आ गया, VMware आ गया, EAS और generic C++ coding आ गई. These are legacy skill sets जिनके लिए you will first जो initial package होता है, it has been reduced to half as compared to the modern skill sets like as cloud operations, cloud security, automation, robotics. इन सब के मुकाबले सीधा आप हो जाता है. So looking into the future, you have a job with a good, decent amount of monetary benefits. Choose a thing that will help you in future. Like आप ये सोचो 2 साल का इन्वेस्टमेंट है आपके पास और आपका next 30 to 35 years, that your current investment will be paying for you for the next 30 to 35 years. तो आपको अभी ही डिसाइड करना है इसी सेमेस्टर में थर्ड ईयर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए कि वे दे वांट टू गो. ओके, आज जो आप डिसाइड करेंगे मे बी हो सकता है स्टार्टिंग में आपको समझ ना आए, थोड़े एफर्ट्स हो, दैट्स टीचर्स विल हेल्प यू टू फिगर इट आउट. बट स्टार्टिंग के थर्ड ईयर के फर्स्ट सेम या फिर जो आपका फिफ्थ सेम होता है, यू ऑल हैव टू डिसाइड नाउ कि आपको किस स्ट्रीम में जाना है. Any questions till now? Anyone?
No, sir. Please carry on.
जब आप और इसके बाद जब आप फिफ्थ सेवंथ सेम में आ जाते हैं, you have to scan the websites of all the biggest IT companies. Maybe it is a service provider company or a solution provider consulting company or a product based company. इसके बाद आपको इन वेबसाइट्स पे जाके अपने ऑफिशियल अकाउंट बनाने हैं. That accounts you will be getting notifications for upcoming job opportunities. Maybe चाहे वो centralized recruitment हो या फिर वो single किसी skill set की recruitment हो. So you will keep getting notifications on your email. So 7th sem में ये आप सबको करना है without exception. बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जिनको आगे स्टडीज करना चाहते हैं. सो यू हैव फॉर दैट आल्सो यू नीड टू गेट all the information in 7th sem, because by the end of 7th sem you have all the entrance examinations completed, and by the end of 8th sem results you must have that admissions cleared or everything cleared up कि आपको next कौन से कॉलेज में जाना है if you are not opting for a job, right? Let's move back a bit कि हम अब next जो थर्ड ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके लिए क्या क्या ऑप्शंस है, वो कैसे प्रोजेक्ट्स को डेवलप कर सकते हैं. There is a website known as GitHub. Anyone know about it?
Yes, sir.
You all have accounts in that?
Sir, can you repeat?
How many of you have accounts in GitHub?
Sir, I have one.
You have one, great. Okay, anyone else? Okay, so इस कॉल के बाद आप सब लोग जाना, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 3 वेबसाइट्स पे रजिस्टर करना है so that to secure your future. E-learn Microsoft.com, then Google Learn, and then Amazon Learn. Amazon Learn, that's different website. I will share you that website as well. that is learning.aws.amazon.com. इन सब पे आपको रजिस्टर करना है. इन सब पे रजिस्टर करने के बाद आपको थोड़ा सा स्टडी करना है कि आप किस फील्ड में जाना चाहते हो, डेवलपमेंट में जाना चाहते हो या इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में जाना चाहते हो. दैट डिसीजन यू हैव टू मेक, स्टडी ऑल द थिंग्स इन लाइक नेक्स्ट इस कमिंग सेमेस्टर में. आप सबको डिसाइड कर लेना है कि आप किस फील्ड में जाना चाहते हो, right? And for the next 1.5 year, 3 semesters, you have to work on that specific skill set ताकि आप उस स्पेसिफिक बेंचमार्क को क्रॉस कर सको कि इंडस्ट्री आपको can take you up from your college to their office, so that एक बार आप ये मैंने उस लेवल तक आ जाओ कि हाँ इंडस्ट्री मुझे हायर कर पा रही है. वी हैव अ वेरी सीरियस प्रॉब्लम गोइंग अराउंड. आपने बहुतों ने देखा होगा कि बहुत सारे कमेंट्स आते हैं कि इंजीनियरिंग ग्रेजुएट्स आर नॉट, they are engineering graduates but they have a lesser skill set that we require in IT industries. That's a very genuine problem. When we go for hiring, we hire only 5 to 6% of the candidates that we actually interview. और वो हमारे लिए भी प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है कि बिकॉज वी हैव टू गेट मोर रिसोर्सेज टू कम टू फुलफिल आवर अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट रिसोर्स हंट, राइट. तो इस आपके पास बहुत अच्छा मौका है अभी. आपके पास अराउंड 2 years हैं आपके पास कंप्लीटली. आप लोगों को स्टडी करना है. जो पैटर्न बता रहे हैं आप इस पे जाइए, एग्जैक्टली यही फॉलो कीजिए. आई एम श्योर दैट 99% ऑफ यू विल लैंड अप इन अ वेरी गुड कंपनी एंड विद अ वेरी गुड स्किल सेट ऑन अ वेरी गुड मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट एज वेल. मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट इसलिए मैं बार बार बोलता हूँ क्योंकि 4th year में जिनके जॉब्स लग जाती है और जिनके डिफरेंस इन पैकेजेस होता है, यार उसका इतना लगा है, उसका इतना लगा है, बट इनिशियली कुछ दिन बुरा लग सकता है, बट ठीक है, आप यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन योर स्किल सेट टू गेट अप टू दैट मार्क. ठीक है, सो ये नहीं सोचना. और फर्स्ट टाइम विल बी टू गेट यू प्लेस्ड इन वन ऑफ द गुड कंपनीज सो दैट यू कैन स्टार्ट योर जर्नी एज अ फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट to a professional service provider. Any questions? Anyone wants to talk or any doubts? जो अभी आप लोगों के चल रहे हैं कि हम 3rd year में आ गए हैं, प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं मिल रहे, प्रोजेक्ट्स क्या कर सकते हैं, ट्रेनिंग क्या करनी है, इंटर्नशिप क्या करनी है. Any questions? I'm open for any kind of here to assist you. हम बताइए
सर. जैसे कि डेवऑप्स के फील्ड में अगर एंटर करना चाह रहे हो तो कौन से प्रोजेक्ट्स पे वर्क करना बेस्ट रहेगा?
डेवऑप्स के फील्ड में एक ना सिंपल अप्रोच, वेरी सिंपल अप्रोच. आप एक वेबसाइट freelancer.com, don't asking you to work there. Go there, search your project, search your stream, type in DevOps and they will show you the projects which are open in the market. ठीक है, कोई भी एक प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट उठाइए, एनालाइज कीजिए उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट और देन स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन इट. दिस इज द सेकंड स्टेप. व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप? there are only 3 or 4 service providers जो कि DevOps का एक्चुअल रोल आपको प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं टू वर्क ऑन दैट. There are 4 vendors, major vendors. Okay. Go to their role, go to their website, register yourself and learn about the DevOps role and they will give you the whole scenario, whole pipeline कि आपको कैसे कौन सा स्टेप कहाँ से पिक करना है. For example, Microsoft has a specific role for DevOps role, starting from DevOps engineer to DevOps architect. Start with DevOps engineer. आप DevOps engineer का कोर्स उठाइए. That provides the whole structure कि DevOps में क्या काम होता है, किस स्टेज पे क्या होता है, without exception. Same goes with Google and same goes with AWS. It will give you each and every understanding कि आपको DevOps में करना क्या है. अगर आप कोई प्रोजेक्ट बनाते हैं, it's very good that you create a project and you are completed that project. But is that project good enough to be applied in professional? It may be or may not be. There are high chances of getting it rejected in professional terms because it doesn't suit that pipeline which has been defined in the industry. So to understand that pipeline, to understand that structure of the industrial programming or how does this industry works, you have to be part of that specific service कि हम समझ सकें कि ये कौन सा स्ट्रक्चर हमें फॉलो करना है ताकि जो हमने हमने जो आइडिया दिया, हमने जो उसका सॉल्यूशन प्रेजेंट किया, उसको अडॉप्ट कैसे करना है या आप उसको कैसे अपने सॉल्यूशन को उस फ्रेमवर्क में डालना है सो दैट इट कैन बी स्केल्ड अप टू एन इंडस्ट्रियल बेंचमार्क.
So one more question, sir. Can I ask? Sir, certifications more matter करेंगे या फिर projects में अगर ज़्यादा work कराओ?
इसके बाद दोबारा बोलिए, मैं I did not get a question.
सर सर्टिफिकेशन मोर मैटर करेंगे, मतलब अगर हमारे पास ज्यादा सर्टिफिकेट्स हो एक फील्ड के रिलेटेड.
ज्यादा सर्टिफिकेशन डजंट मैटर, क्योंकि जब आप व्हेन यू गो एज एन फ्रेशर ना, तो बहुत ज्यादा सर्टिफिकेशंस आप लेके जाओगे तो इट क्रिएट्स कंफ्यूजन विद द इंटरव्यूअर कि ये इसने स्पेसिफिक में इतना ज्यादा सर्टिफिकेशन क्यों किया, एनी स्पेसिफिक रीजन, इज ही ट्राइंग टू इन्फ्लुएंस मी विद नंबर ऑफ सर्टिफिकेशंस ही इज हैविंग. सो डू वन और टू सर्टिफिकेशंस एंड जो भी आप सर्टिफिकेशन करो, जो भी आप प्रोजेक्ट करो, दैट यू शुड बी एबल टू एक्सप्लेन कि हमने ये किया है. आई एम वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट विद माय डेवलपमेंट माय प्रोजेक्ट. ठीक है, और जो भी आप प्रोजेक्ट करो उसकी इन एंड आउट सब कुछ आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आपने क्या किया उस प्रोजेक्ट में. देयर आर केसेस की स्टूडेंट्स कम अप विद एन प्रोजेक्ट कि हमने ये प्रोजेक्ट किया है, और हम जब उसको एग्जामिन करते हैं, दे आर नॉट एबल टू रन दैट प्रोजेक्ट इवन एट टाइम्स. दे आर नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लेन कि इसका बैकएंड में क्या चल रहा है. दे आर एबल टू ओपन दैट वेबसाइट, बट वो बैकएंड में कैसे काम करे, दे आर नॉट एबल टू डू दैट. ऐसा किसी भी इंटरव्यू के सामने फेलियर से बचने के लिए रीड योर प्रोजेक्ट एंड एग्जीक्यूट इट 10 टाइम्स. समझो उसका एक एक बैकड्रॉप में क्या चल रहा है, कहाँ से क्या उसकी चेन बंधी हुई है, बैकएंड में क्या है, उसके डेटाबेस में क्या है, उसका लॉक इन मैकेनिज्म क्या है, हाउ विच फ्रेमवर्क हैव यू यूज्ड टू डिप्लॉय दैट. सब कुछ आपको उस प्रोजेक्ट का पता होना चाहिए. देन ओनली दैट मेक्स अ गुड इंप्रेशन कि आपने वो खुद बनाया है प्रोजेक्ट एंड यू आर capable enough to hold any further project that company gives you.
Thank you, sir.
Hope I answered your question, Nanda?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Any other questions?
So apart from skills, what other things are required?
In sense of?
Like what things one must have before dreaming a job in corporate?
There are no such thing. There's only one way that lets you enter any industry is your skill set. There are nothing else than that. There's only one way. You must have your skill set very sound. Your base is very strong. Your subjects read up very clearly. You should have a strong foundation. That's the only way to land up to any job. Second thing is thoda grooming, thoda diplomatic behavior and not a very rigid behavior. कि मैं यही करूंगा, मैं इसी स्किल सेट में हूँ, that will not work now. कभी चलता होगा वो, but from last 10 to 12 years that doesn't work. You have to be very agile. At least you should show that you are agile and you are adaptable to any kind of situation and any kind of technology or skill set that may be required to sustain in that specific corporate. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So अभी तक आप लोगों में से किसी ने ट्रेनिंग या फिर इंटर्नशिप ऑलरेडी करी है?
No, sir.
One thing that there are you search for if you are not able to secure an internship with a multinational company, do one thing: find a project on. There are multiple websites that provides you training and projects. So go to that and start a project or start learning on that specific project as soon as possible. Okay, because this tenure, this transition from student to and professional takes around 2 to 2.5 years. The later you start, the later you will adopt to that culture. Okay. So faster you start, earlier you will land up to a good thing. Okay. Second thing, keep yourself updated. By updating means okay, I'll give you an example. Mera quick example. The technology which I started to work in 2011 has become obsolete in 2016 itself. In within 5 years, the technology left. Okay, so if I would be very rigid, I would be very strict and not updated that my technology which I am working upon is leaving or it getting obsolete, I would not be able to sustain. So keep an eye on the industry news as well. There are different bulletins that are being published. किस stream में क्या advancement हो रही है. So keep an eye on that. और keep an eye कि कौन सी technology obsolete होने जा रही है. So do not get yourself involved in legacy technologies too much. You should know how the thing legacy technology works, but do not get yourself too involved in legacy technologies because it will kill your time. And in a fast moving industry, you need to be adaptive to the newer technologies. The older technologies, you should know the basis, but do not involve too much time in getting into the older or the obsolete technologies like Windows 2008 servers or 2003 servers. They are no more in world. So someone working on 2003 and 2008, it's good that you know, but do not trust that you will keep on working on that. So you have to be very agile, very adaptive, so that you can move forward with your career. Okay.
Definitely, sir.
Okay. So now, any question? Any questions, Ankit? Ankit, sir, that you wanted us to address?
Yes, sir.
Sir, how to become data analyst?
Data analyst. Hello. Is that a question from Ankit?
No, it is a question from Manoj.
Okay. Manoj, data analyst, like what kind of can you explain your thought process and you wanted to become a data analyst? Manoj?
Sir, working in IT industry.
So okay, that's only okay. So data analyst is a broader term which involves analysis and skill set involving of reading the data and articulating the data using different tools. There are different tools that are required for a data analysis. One of the major tools are these days is reading the big data and Hadoop. That another tool. So leading to that, you can find a framework that all the industries need. Okay, now data and for the data analyst jobs, there are the biggest company which provides you data analysis job is Deloitte and PwC. Go to their website, find a job role for data analyst, and read those requirements. And once you read those requirements, you have to work on yourself to match up to that skill set of that specific requirement. For example, a very basic tool that you all must know for data analysis is Excel. Okay, so get trained on Excel, get trained on Power BI, get trained on dashboards, creating a dashboard, and all these features. And as per the requirement of your current role, you should know all the tools and technologies related to data analysis. Okay, data analyst is a very broader term which depends it depends upon the job role and job requirement that what are you actually the company is looking for in a data analyst. But one thing is sure, you should have a very precise and I should say very organized organized mechanism, organized skill sets to analyze anything so that you can structure the incoming data into a readable and presentable form. That should help the organization in one or another way. There is no predefined structure for a data analyst. It keeps on expanding. Okay.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I want to ask you, you have studied in this college as well. You have studied it in a time when there was no college building and there was no college campus, right?
There was college campus, there was college building.
No, in 2007.
2007 there was a different campus, but yes, from
Yes.
2008 we shifted to the current campus, which is
Okay. So I was just asking you, like, how can you like motivate our students so that they can take up the extra work which they have to do along with studies, because college can cover only fundamental subjects.
right? Absolutely right.
So the thing is that when students, how can student make himself or herself ready for the industry while covering his fundamentals?
So, Ankit sir, there is no doubt that fundamentals must be clear. Even if you go to an executive position and an AVP or a very big position, there are questions in the interview or questions in the meeting that very basic questions पूछ लेते हैं आपसे and you fall back, and that doesn't make good impression. So fundamentals should be very clear, very sound. Now, answering to your query, Ankit, like how should you motivate the things? सारे students के लिए and start analyzing things कि क्या improve, what can be improved in our college, starting from college lab. Like you log into your college lab with a specific account. Go start renovate your college lab infrastructure by getting into new technologies, getting a single sign-on, get some mailboxes created, deploy Exchange server, deploy a security infrastructure to your college, and that should be part of any kind of activity. आप कोई भी activity कराइए that's like tech fest or anything, and give students an renovating idea and let them present कि ये हमारा idea है and we want to do this, and let the best idea win. कि ये आपने हमें propose किया, ये you want to renovate this specific segment, for example database या फिर college का website का user interface हम change करना चाहते हैं. Let each and every team come up with a good idea. Let them present a good within you and the complete quorum of the college. ये changes हम present कर रहे हैं, and you guys decide what is the best and feasible solution for the college in both interests. कि technology wise बच्चे भी सीख जाएंगे and that makes up the college. So इससे क्या होता है कि the students keeps on getting motivated. हाँ, we have to present the best idea so that हम जो चाहते हैं वो हमारे college में apply हो जाएगा.
Right, sir. I also want to ask you, if we can, we are trying in our department to equip our students with the fundamentals as well as the practical knowledge by focusing more on the practical approaches like project making and taking part in trainings and certifications and internships. The thing is that now I want you to little bit focus on the HR aspects, the HR qualities, the skills which are required to be in an industry, to be in a corporate world. The soft skills which are required, there should be a consistent personality. What that consistent personality should be, which is more attractive to the corporates to hire, along with the skill sets.
See, when I was hiring, so what we used to look, student, we look for the agility in a student, that the student is very agile. He has worked on multiple things, multiple aspects, and how does he communicate? The first thing, when a student जो आता है, student बैठता है हमारे सामने, first thing जो observe करते हैं, is he able to communicate well with us? Language is not a barrier, but is he able to communicate, express his thoughts to us or not? There are 100 students, and 2 or 3 students are there which are very good knowledge, but they are not able to express themselves in any language. They are not able to express that. So corporates, even if they want to hire these students, they are not in a position because they are not able to communicate with that. So communication barrier should be removed by the end of your college tenure itself. For that, we suggest read newspapers and explain yourself. एक छोटा पॉइंट ले लीजिए, उसको एक्सप्रेस कीजिए कि आपके मन में क्या चीज आ रही है. बिकॉज in that if once you start doing that, you start articulating your own thoughts onto paper, and that will actually help you to express you in an interview.
Right, sir. Thank you for your answer.
So communicate.
No, please continue.
No, just saying that the communication should be well versed. Do not use very, I should say, tough language or very thesaurus kind of language that makes that you think that you may want to make an impression. कि मैं बहुत heavy words use करूँगा. Use a simple language and express yourself in a correct manner. Articulation is a skill that will help you to communicate well with the interviewer.
Right, sir. My next question is, for example, in our department, in CS department, what happens is that there is a lot of fields and lot of programming language, a lot of packages to learn from. What I'm suggesting right now to students is to choose one for themselves from second year and start working on it. So how can you shed some light on how a student can choose a particular domain, because there are many domains in the computer science and there are different industries for every domain. So how can you suggest a possible way by which a student can decide for yourself? For example, I want to go in cybersecurity, or I want to go in data analysis, or I want to go in what do you call it, programming and web development, or some other things. So how can one choose one field for himself?
Okay, so Ankit sir, there are multiple ways that can help students. The first is one-to-one counseling with students. So with high number of students, that is not possible for one-to-one counseling. So in sense में what happens is either आप corporates में भी same problem आती है कि students या फिर जो freshers आते हैं, they want to learn something and corporates wants to do something else. So वहाँ पे एक situation mismatch होता है and employees leave at very early age. So I don't want you to be in the same kind of problem at the college level. Let student read about the technology first. Give them some videos, give them some upcoming challenges in the industry about that specific part of, or I should say, domain of that. For example, I'm from cybersecurity domain or the security domain. So let me explain that कि उस specific field में क्या improvement चल रही है या फिर आने वाले future में कितनी opportunities हैं. If a student is comfortable enough during the initial videos or initial conversation or initial talks, let them choose that field and help the students to grow in that specific field. Okay. और programming language जो आपने बोला उसका एक clause है कि not everyone will be a very good programmer, but everyone should be a good engineer. Programming language, you should learn one or two programming language each. Or one or two scripting language each. That's enough for you to survive in the industry. Once you are in the industry, now you will get thousands of chances to explore more languages. If you learn 4 languages and you are not proficient enough in not even a single one language, then it will be a problem for you. Okay, so आप लोग एक छोटा सा वर्कशॉप रखिए with a bunch of, like, you have 60 students, so divide students in 6 batches of 6 students in 10 batches. So let them read about the articles and let them decide कि वो लोग क्या करना चाहते हैं, instead of college letting them enforcing them to do something very like कि उसको पाइथन ही सीखना है, उसको C+ से सीखना है, उसको डेटाबेस से सीखना है. Let them come with a solution. Let them come with a idea कि हम ये सीखना चाहते हैं. Yes, we are loving that part. Give them a broader or an overview of all the industries that you can.
Great, sir. Very good answer by you. Can you also shed some light on how can we make our students like, because it is a college where students with different intelligence level come.
Right.
So how can we make them interested in their own pursuit of career? Should we tell them? You got my question.
Yes, it's a very difficult job, Ankit. Very extremely difficult job to get a student to find out that solution or that's a specific approach, right? It's a very difficult part that where a great teacher has to pitch in. Teacher can by reviewing their answers in class. It's very long-term approach, very long-term approach to decide or help students to find a great career path for them. There is no specific answer ki, how can he or she can get interested. If you want, आपको लगता है कि आप चार स्टूडेंट्स को ए फील्ड में ले जाना चाहते हो बट दे वांट टू बी इन सी फील्ड, there is nothing can motivate them to go to a field. You can help them with resources कि ये resources available है, ये path available है, ये career path available है, this will help you in this manner. This is the only way you can find a motivation factor for your students right now.
Sir, tell us about your journey. How did you decide it?
In third year, I went for training on Hewlett Packard's HP technologies. So I wanted to learn some other stuff, but that seats were full, so I enrolled in networking technology. So networking technology on basis of the training and some help from we had our teacher Dhaval sir during that time. HOD he was Dhaval sir. So he helped us to understand more about networking part. So I landed up my first job in HCL in network domain itself. I got placed from college itself. Just after clearing out my college, I placed into HCL. Post that, once I was in network operations in HCL, then I started to learn more about authentication part. I started to like that a lot. I wanted to learn on that with the help of some good colleagues in office. I was able to learn. Then I shifted myself to single sign-on, ADF. Authentication part and cyber authentication part. Then authentication is a very big scope or domain. So then after I moved to Microsoft contract for 6 months, then there I learned about cloud operations. Then I moved to TCS on the same role, worked around 7.5 years in TCS on consulting and migrations. Post that, I led a team for cybersecurity in Accenture for around 1.5 years, and from like 1 year, I'm managing authentication and some other things and transitions in Capgemini from last around 1 year. So journey has been full of like I would say a roller coaster journey. Ups and downs आते हैं. It's time when you think that ठीक है अब नहीं हो रहा, but still you have to move on, keep on working on that.
Nice, sir. So can you suggest some good books to our students?
I should suggest good websites. Books would not of that much use nowadays. So some good websites. I will share a list of websites that teachers must force students to get their IDs created on those websites for a better future. Okay, so I will share that list, Ankit sir, with you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and make sure that each one have at least enrolled to one of the courses in those specific website. Let them choose the course, but college can force them to create their IDs and get them enrolled to this website. It's absolutely free of cost, but it will pay you in future a lot. Till now, we have to give exams on that website to keep on working in the industries. Every year we have to renew our certifications on that website. So it is very good if you get familiar with those things at much earlier stage of your career.
Okay, sir. Sir, I just want to ask you if you have enough time today, like half an hour more.
Yeah, I can.
The thing is that this meeting link is of the free Google version now.
Okay.
So I have to create one more link. So let's move on to that meeting also. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
We actually have just 5 minutes now. Now that's
No problem, no problem.
just give me 1 minute. Till then, you can talk to the students.
Okay. So आप स्टूडेंट्स में से कोई वॉलंटियर जो क्वेश्चंस पूछना चाहता है या फिर कोई इज एनीवन हु इज डाउट कि अब हमें थर्ड ईयर में आने का हाउ शुड वी चेंज और हाउ शुड वी स्टार्ट सो दैट किक स्टार्ट आवर कैरियर नाउ एनी क्वेश्चंस एनी रेंज
सर एक्चुअली मैं सेकंड ईयर में हूँ सर इंटर्नशिप्स के लिए कैसे अप्लाई करना चाहिए कौन सी मतलब
there are a lot of paid internships going around now these years. Free internships are now over. Like before Corona, there were companies that were providing paid internships as well. For that's and now, but they have now decided to go only with the tier one colleges, that is IITs and NITs. So to be very blunt, we are not in that colleges. So paid internships, I mean, those pay for your internships are currently out of scope for all of us. So the only way you can have in real time is there are multiple companies that provides you trainings on chargeable basis, so you can enroll for that.
सर वन मोर क्वेश्चन सर लीड कोड हैकर रैंक कोड फोर्सेस क्या ये एक्चुअली में इंटरव्यू के टाइम में हेल्प करते हैं
Sorry, come again.
सर लीड कोड हैकर रैंक और कोड फोर्सेस
These are good, that these are like stars or stamps on your resume.
Yes,
but it depends upon which industry, from which industry you are trying to get into. These are stars, these are good stars, but that depends upon how does the interviewer wants to take it. Okay, so that is very good. Good, you have more stars, more highlight you get. These things get you ahead of the 50% of the market. Okay. So if there are 100 students, you have already replaced 50 or 60 students and come up in the line. It's good you have, but it's up to you how you sell yourself using those stars now. I will tell you a very interesting story of a girl from Indira Gandhi College and how we decided to reject her. Okay, let's move to other meeting that's shared by Ankit.
Yes. सभी लोग नए मीटिंग लिंक पर आ जाएं, चैट में शेयर कर दिया गया है. सभी लोग आ जाएं. कोऑर्डिनेटर्स तुरंत आइए. Yes, sir. Now we can talk.
Okay, let's everyone available, or we can start now.
Everyone is here, sir. We can start now.
So what happened is there was a girl which we were interviewing with our panel, and that girl came up with a very odd project about robotics. Very odd project, and she successfully completed it. Very strong candidate. Everything was very strong. So just one second. Okay. But what happened is during her interview, she was started her notion that I want to grow, and I that she we get an impression that she will not stay with us for more than a year, and all our investment as an student, as an fresher employee, will go into vain if we hire her. So we discussed that we wanted to hire that lady. What happened is that she was very over ambitious during that our time, and we discussed with HR what should we do in such case. So we came up with a solution that currently अभी तो हम उनको hire नहीं कर पाए, but in future due to we refer to another segment. तो एक ये बहुत कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है, दो प्रॉब्लम्स इससे सामने आई हम लोगों के, जो हम लोगों ने एड्रेस करी. फर्स्ट इज हमें we should know about what company we are hiring, we are going for, and second is what is the job role. If you're going within like you have prepared very good for a company that is hiring for a support role, there are chances they might not hire you for one or two reasons. So always prepare yourself reading the job description of the current role you're going to interview for, going for the interview. So always be adhere to the job role, and do not sound like we are just taking it for casual or just for fun. Don't show that you're not serious about that job. You just wanted to appear for that as a practice. So this feeling should never be on your face or your words or your expressions कि हाँ यहाँ इस इंटरव्यू में हम बस practice करने आए हैं. Our target is a different company. Would never do that. Interviewers and HRs are trained for this specific purpose. They want to reject such candidates which are red flags for an industry. Okay, so always show that you are willing to take up that job, even if you are not going to join that. Do not make an impression to the interviewer कि हाँ हम बस practice के लिए आए हैं, हमारा target तो कुछ और है. Always show that you are very serious about that job and you want this job at any cost. That lady got refused just because of this reason. Similar case was a case with a student from Punjab Technical University. He came up with a very good project. Okay. एंड हम बहुत इम्प्रेस हुए उसके प्रोजेक्ट से. हमने कहा रन भी किया उसने. हमने उससे बोला आप उसका बैकएंड दिखाओ कैसे काम कर रहा है. He knew nothing about how does that work. So what is the moral ki if you are working something on a project, if you have something written on your project, I mean on your CV about that specific project, just one second guys. Sorry guys, I got a call. So आप जो भी प्रोजेक्ट लिखेंगे अपने सीवी पे, यू शुड नो कि वो काम कैसे करता है फ्रॉम स्क्रैच टू द यूएक्स यूजर इंटरफेस. You should know about each and everything about that project. Even if you have just created that project in a group, you should each and every member of that group should know कि from scratch कि ये project कैसे काम करता है, and is able to demonstrate from start कि ये idea आया कैसे and how did you find a solution for that problem. What is the problem statement for that?
सर खुद से बनाया हुआ प्रोजेक्ट होना जरूरी है.
Sir, your microphone is muted.
Sorry, I'm getting anything moving from student life to any kind of professional services. How can you do that? Any thoughts on that?
Sir, as you previously said that academics is equally important like our skill set. Can you please elaborate it?
I can't, Kushag, I can't hear you properly. Can you adjust your mic? Kushag, I can't hear you properly.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, I have to ask you that you have previously said that academics is equally important as our skills. So, can you please elaborate that topic?
It means to see the first impression that interviewer takes us from your resume. If you mention just one second, guys, again a call. Hello. Sorry. This happens on any non-working day with all of us. The delivery guys keep on coming up and bothering us in during any kind of process. So sorry Kushag, sorry. Back to your answer. So सबसे पहले क्या होता है कुशाग जब भी आप इंटरव्यू के पास जाते हो so first thing that they notice is what was your CGPA and what was your result, how good you are in academics. That's the first thing that makes you qualify. Even if you that doesn't matter us a lot कि आपके बहुत ज़्यादा नंबर 90% थे या 95 थे या 75 थे. But that specific अगर आपके नंबर अच्छे that makes you a confidence कि gives you a confidence over कि हाँ I have done good in past, now I can do good in this specific interview or specific exam as well. Okay, now what happens is now from quite some time we have seen that there has been removal of academic criteria. But on papers, we have removed. There are multiple companies that have removed that criteria of 60% or 75% or 80% and opened the forum for all. But in somewhere, when you have a good marks or a good academics knowledge, that gives you a confidence, and that confidence reflects on your interview, on your face when you appear for a panel interview. So that's why you need to have a good academics. And good academics is not just the good marks; it is a combination of good marks plus a good knowledge, practical knowledge that you have. 90% lake you have zero practical knowledge, you will be thrown out of interview. You have a 70% marks and 100% or a 75% of practical knowledge, you will end up with a good job.
Yes, sir. Sir, will the academics directly apply in our professional work also?
Not directly, but it will help you to understand the solutions or the problem statements. Okay, it does show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Akshay,
So I have a question.
yes, Akshay, go on.
So after a lot of confusion, I have decided that web development is something that I want to do. So how to start a career as a web developer?
Web development, you mean just one specific web development or no project development? See, Akshay, right? I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
So it's Akhya.
Sorry. So, web development is basically a part of a user experience development team, which generally provides help or support to web developer, websites or products or UIs. So, I would recommend with with the web development part, you also know somewhere you go for other development studies as well, because in future there is a limited scope for web developers now. With automations coming in, there are websites and there are tools that companies rely, that you just feed in information and they will produce that code or produce that interface. So what my recommendation is, it's good you want to learn the web development, go with that. Apart from that, learn the full stack development or Python coding or automation part as well, so that combination of automation and web development will help you to grow in future. So for web development, what will which specific scripting you want to learn?
So can you repeat?
For web development, with what scripting are you relying on?
So I have very sufficient knowledge of this field, and I want it as a sidekick. Like I really don't want to go in this field. It just my teacher told me that you have to be a good engineer because you're pursuing this degree.
Okay, so it's good. I'm not saying this is not a good part. This is a good part, but with more technology coming into the scope now, the web development has a limited role in any organization, and with a combination of web development and automation part, will is a niche skill set and will help you to grow more into that career. For web development, first thing is you should be very open to providing the solution statements, not the problem statement, but the solution statements. And second thing is you are able to read the customer request and customer request very in a good manner, and to articulate or to prepare a solution according to the customer need. And one thing I will want to explain: customer changes their need on the fly. Okay, so it is a never-ending project. These are the never-ending projects. Okay, but with more technology feeding in, any changes in the web part you have, just feed into that automation part or raise a request to that automation. The tool will do it also itself. Okay. My recommendation is, apart from web development, in parallel to that, 50% of web development, 50% of go into any automation tool that will help you out for that. There are automation tools, Chef, Puppet. There are fewer. Tata has its own Ignio tool that is doing the same job. Okay, so learn about the open source technologies like Puppet, Chef, and the development as well. Okay. But do not completely lose track from web development. Instead, join another technology, and it will give you a niche skill set that is a very good survival. That will give you more technological advancements and more advantages over other candidates.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, Akshay.
Sir, what are the most significant challenges and opportunity which will be going to come in Indian IT sector and consulting services? And how is your company in India positioned to address them?
See, why are you scared about IT changes? Every industry changes. Each and every industry changes. Okay, and the one thing I know, the industry is going to expand a lot in the coming years. Okay, so do not worry for the industry. The only thing changes in the industry is the skills, and it outdates the technology very fast. So, and you should be worried about the, more technologies coming in, and you should be fit to adopt that technology. Okay. Do not worry for that. We have a $300 billion market, and we are just capturing about 10% of the market. Yes, 70% of the market is yet to be explored. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do not worry about industry. It is only going to expand. there are hurdles, and hurdles come with each and every industry. Which industry doesn't face a hurdle? Power has automation has automobiles have that problem, they overcome with that. So IT has currently facing a problem due to, firstly, that pandemic came up, then then the other economic slowdowns have came up. Requirements, yes, I acknowledge that the requirement has been, there's a cut in the in the complete expenditure over IT. But trust me, this is not going to survive more than a year now. No company today without an IT overhead of more than 10%, without lesser than 10% will survive. Okay, you know Dabur? Anyone who doesn't know about Dabur?
Sir, I guess everyone knows.
Okay, so recently Dabur has done a very big project, and Dabur has moved to 100% cloud operations recently. Okay, so that's just one company that has moved and given IT, Indian IT business of around $1 billion. $1 billion on one company. There are thousands such companies which are trying to figure out a solution. Maybe there are a lot of problems with the industries itself. That their first thing is they are scared कि हम लोग अगर इतना स्पेंड अगर हम आईटी में करेंगे तो हम बाकी चीजें कैसे सर्वाइव कर पाएंगे. But that fear, for resolving that fear, we have placed specific teams to resolve their queries. So industry is reaching out to those industries and helping them. Okay, so do not worry for industry. The industry is very large, very large, and only 30% of that has been explored. Now 70% is still unexplored. Okay, do not worry for industry. Worry for the skill set and upcoming skills that you might need to learn.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have more question.
Yeah.
Sir, I have deep interest in the learning about the machine learning and algorithm. So, sir, which platform should I take to learn the machine learning algorithm basic, and how could we?
Akshat, I am not directly involved in machine learning and artificial intelligence. I am from cybersecurity field, and for artificial intelligence, one of my team, I think he has already been guiding to you. One of my classmates, Virendra Chaudhary, already had a session. If you want, I can give. He is a project manager with artificial intelligence and machine learning with one of the Larsen L&T. So if you want to know the exact things, I think Ankit has his number and his details. Ankit, you have number of Virendra Chaudhary from from L&T?
Yes, yes.
So Ankit, coordinate with Ankit sir, and he can help you to gain that specific part. Sorry, I cannot answer your specific query regarding AI because I am not from that domain, and any answer would be a guess from me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Virender is a project manager currently dealing with AI and ML. He will guide you.
Thank you, sir.
Regarding cybersecurity, bit of security comes up with each and every each one of you. So, any questions? Anyone who wants to or is willing to learn about cybersecurity can reach me out for any kind of questions. Okay, and any kind of help. And for network and network security, Ajit Gupta is there. He is currently with British Telecom. You can reach out for assistance in if you want to make a career in networks. So he's very good with those things. So we have, as I said, there are multiple domains, and each one of us chosen one domain. For that specific domain, technically we can help you with that specific domain. For overall growth, you can reach out to any one of us.
Yes, sir. So I have one more question.
Okay.
So what according to you is the best career option these days?
That would be a very, very broad question, Ankya. It totally depends upon your interests. So what suits best for me. Okay, there is no such framework that works for all of us to get in a single. If I want to learn cybersecurity, I see the opportunities that, and I want to go into that. Maybe Akshay doesn't see an opportunity in that. It is not his interest that he wants to go into artificial intelligence. AI is a best career option for that. For me, cybersecurity is the best career. Person A, the best career option is different. For B, best career option is different. So it depends upon your interest कि आप आगे क्या pursue करना चाहते हो. But do not fall trap into things like कोई obsolete या कोई ऐसा skill set जो कि that is already end of life, आप उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा time invest कर रहे हो. Do not do that things.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions?
Sir, I have one more question.
Yeah.
Sir, today is the time where recession is very common. So fresher hiring is very less. So how can we secure our job position?
You are in second year or third year right now? Third year, right?
Sir, I am in second year.
Second year. By the time you are in the fourth year, things will resolve, and there would be bumper. I would say the bumper hirings will be initiated. And for the today's scenario, I acknowledge that there has been a reduction in the fresher intake, and that reduction is considerable amount, ranging from 50 to 60% of the average of the last 10 years. But as I said, the situation will normalize in a year, and everything will be back to normal. So do not worry. And still, in India, if you count about total number of engineering fresher hiring that will be done, it's more than 150,000. If I calculate each and every company total hiring prospects. Okay, even my companies go, even all that TCS has around 40 to 50,000, Infosys has reduced to 30, Accenture has reduced to 30. But if you calculate each and everything, it's more than 1.5 lakh jobs that are going to be that new freshers that will be hired this financial year, ending 2024. Okay? So do not worry. 1.5 lakh jobs, and you just need one, I think, right? So do not worry for that. You just need one job. There are 150,000 jobs open in the market for freshers. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And trust me, do not trust on the media news. Things are different in the industry. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Focus on creating yourself, getting a niche skill set for you develop, and that will you will secure a good position. Okay.
किसी और के पास कोई सवाल है तो पूछ सकता है. अक्षित वगैरह कोई है आप सवाल पूछना हो? नहीं तो मैं पूछता हूँ सर से एक सवाल. ठीक है सर, मैंने ये कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं बच्चों को ग्लिम्सेस दे सकूं फ्यूचर के. तो मेरी कोशिश ये रहती है कि मैं उनको फ्यूचर में कॉर्पोरेट में काम कैसे होता है, किस तरह के लोग होते हैं, वो बताने की कोशिश करूँ. लेकिन आप पहले कॉर्पोरेट में हैं, तो आप इस बात को थोड़ा सा बताइए कि वहाँ का एनवायरनमेंट कैसा होता है.
Environment is just about the team. Sir, first of all, sir, I am a student and you are a teacher, so stop calling me sir. I should be calling you sir, Ankit sir, and not you. Okay, so that's the first lesson of a corporate. We never call anyone as sir in our industry. We call each and everyone with their names, whatever the position he is holding. Okay, in corporate, we do not call anyone by their designations. So first thing that we learn in corporate, that everyone is equal and will be given equal opportunity to speak up, to elaborate, to express themselves. Okay. And corporate does only know one thing. Are you beneficial and cost effective for them or not? That's the only thing and nothing else. Okay. Are you going to provide companies something that company can earn more or company can rely on you or not? That's the only thing the corporate trusts you. How beneficial, how intuitive are you in your technology? That's the thing that you need. Forget everything. Do not think about ki wahan pe, that's a very big building, really charming building, or a bad building, or a bad infrastructure. That won't matter. Only thing matters is how good are you in your skill set, and are you getting progressed in your skill set or not. Second thing, gives you a freedom of mobility in the corporate. That if you have a skill set, and any other company wants you to work for them for a better infrastructure, better gains, then you can easily switch to that. So mobility and the freedom of expression is always there in the corporate. Second thing is discipline. Corporates expect you to be in discipline, and discipline is not about just about dresses, and it's about the code of conduct that you show in your daily day-to-day work. That's the corporate world for you. A disciplined life. A report has to be sent by 9 a.m. That means it is sent to be 9 a.m. No one will give you freedom to send it by 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. Like your assignment, the teachers will give you liberty to say if you are not submitted assignment by 5th of the month, you can submit to the 6th. Trust me, that doesn't work in corporate, and no one will going to help you for that. Corporate needs discipline, and that discipline you have to learn it from college itself. Else वहां पे जाके बहुत odd feel होगा आप लोगों को कि इतनी discipline, इतनी tough deadlines. So discipline is the thing that will keep, and organized work schedules will help you to grow faster and easier in any corporate, be it any industry. If you are in IT industry or not, if you are in a pharma, if you are in manufacturing, it's okay. If you are in BFS, these things will work you to organize your work-life balance, organize your personal learning, organize your work life, everything. So discipline must be there, and it should start from the college itself. That's why you give them assignments. That assignments are like deadlines कि आपको submit करना है तो करना है. That वहाँ पे teachers आपको वहाँ पे आपका जो boss होगा या जो भी N+1 होगा, that is not going to give you that liberty which teachers give you here. That world is completely very disciplined, very strict. Not scaring you, but that's reality. And once you are okay with discipline and organized structure, working is fun in there. You only have 4 working days, practical 4 working days. Okay, 5th is 90% of the staff is not available on 5th working day, so not more, nothing gives you more time than a corporate life. Okay, so enjoy. They gives you free. There are a lot of perks that they provide you to enjoy or rejuvenate. So that's a very wonderful life. Apart from that, you should never forget that you are going to work there with a discipline. And okay.
Yes, sir. One more thing. Can you touch upon the seniors and the juniors hierarchy level in the corporate, like how they treat each other and what they expect from each other, like something like that?
In corporate now, there's a completely different structure. We do not have from seniors. We expect more responsibility and more, I should say, faster solutions and strong solutions. From there is वहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता कि ये senior है, junior है, हम साथ नहीं बैठेंगे या फिर we should start calling them with different juniors or something. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. We call everyone is same until unless you juniors जो we call them as freshers or juniors or L1s. So उनके ऊपर हम लोग कम responsibilities देते हैं. We give them a chance to learn. They get comfortable in the environment and the infrastructure. You will feel ki, and there's a very strict guidelines and we have to make them learn. We have to give them that space ki they can ask us anything about any stuff. Okay, so we have to give them that liberty. So that's a good point in corporate, that freshers are treated with a very high dignity and help. We have, this is our KPI, key responsibility is that we have to let them grow and help them grow in the industry. It's a very good point of corporate.
Wow, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for coming today and sparing your time.
Thank you.
I would like to just say that now, Mr. Ashish Kumar Gupta, a proud alumnus of our college, took this interactive session with students of our college today. He's a wonderful orator and a successful professional with an eye for details and commitment. He literally touched on the theme of the talk today, from college to professional services. He talked out of his experience and enlightened us all on his success story. We wish him great success ahead with happiness for everyone around him. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule for us. We look forward to hear from you again, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And in case you need any help, any further assistance, just drop me a message either to you have my number, or you can, any one of you can reach me at my LinkedIn page for any kind of assistance. And I will try my level best to help you guide in the future endeavors. And special thanks to the teachers who really helped us to get to the positions which we are over here.
Wonderful, sir. Akhya, can you formally end the session now?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. The session was very intriguing and helpful. We are ending our session. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.